now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
Early on radar, we were dry area-wide, but now showers, as expected, making a return to parts of the region. Buckingham, Cumberland counties. Wet weather for you again as the rain is pushed a little farther north, and a couple of showers now in western Madison County, even around Culpeper and Orange County. There will be more as I expect this rain to kind of back up and push a little bit more toward the mountains in the next hour or so. Showers will end by mid-morning on Saturday, slow clearing to follow. Warmer temperatures than today, 60 the high in Charlottesville, 60 in Scottsville, 57 for Gladstone, 51 for Wintergreen, 60 in Ruckersville, Culpeper, 59, 61 for Orange, Kent Store and Louisa, with Gum Spring at 63 and Palmyra at 59. If you're going to the Valley tomorrow, mid-50s in West Augusta, Stanton, and Harrisonburg. Top of Reddish Knob should make it to about 47. Air quality will actually be good tomorrow. Tree and grass pollens, though, low for the time being. But hey, now we're in March. You know what's going to happen in a few weeks, right? Sniffle, sniffle, tissue, tissue. 55 in D.C. tomorrow, 60s in Norfolk, Roanoke, and Richmond. I do think that the further south and west you go, the lesser your chances of rain. It's this storm system that'll make a turn along the coast, bring rain back into the area, but it'll be gone by 11 a.m. tomorrow. High pressure moves in. Fairly quiet weather until we get to next Wednesday. Now, precipitation chance is pretty confident we get something tomorrow morning, Wednesday into Thursday, and then Friday. Here's the breakdown. So with this current system, maybe if we're lucky, a half-inch of rain. Then we're dry through Tuesday. Wednesday starts our next system. We add another inch to the fray, and then maybe some more rain coming Friday into Saturday. So all told, next 7 days, we could be seeing between 1 and 3 inches of rain area-wide. Last thing to show you, temperatures. Normal high this time of year is 55. We're going to be well above that. Very mild pattern here for the first days of March, with highs around 70 and Monday and Tuesday.
Sounds good, Travis. Thank you. Our health check now. The CDC updating its COVID-19 guidance. The agency now says people who test positive will no longer be directed to isolate at home for 5 days if symptoms are improving and they are fever-free for 24 hours. The CDC is also recommending people who test positive for COVID-19 should base their isolation period on clinical symptoms and not use testing as a standard for deciding when someone is no longer contagious. Jennifer Nuzzo, an epidemiologist at Brown University, says although the news is encouraging, people should remain vigilant against the illness.
My biggest worry in all of this is that employers will take this change in guidance to require employees to come back to work after they've discovered that they're infected, before they are ready to, before they feel well enough to do that, and before they are not likely to pose harm to their coworkers.
The CDC director, Dr. Mandy Cohen, says the announcement reflects progress made in reducing hospitalizations and deaths from COVID-19 over the last 2 years. Moving forward, officials are instead focusing on actions people can take to reduce spreading a variety of common respiratory viruses like the flu and RSV.
A mouthwash product is on a recall list for risk of poisoning children. The Consumer Product Safety Commission reports more than 100,000 bottles of Heritage Store hydrogen peroxide mouthwash are included in this recall. Now, the agency says the mouthwash contains ethanol levels that are way too high for children, and the packaging is not child resistant. The product was sold at various stores and online from October 2010 to December of 2023. Consumers are urged to keep the bottles out of children's reach and contact the Nutri-Sol Corporation for a refund and replacement. A big recall before you hit the road this weekend.
We'll tell you why General Motors is recalling around 820,000 pickup trucks. Stay with us.
Fox means business now. Good news for investors, bad news for drivers that the stocks are up and gas prices, they're continuing to rise.
Yeah, Fox Business Network's David Asman has a look at these stories and more in tonight's Fox Means Business Report.
Stocks marching to new highs as we start the month of March. The S&P 500 hit another all-time high on Friday, closing above 5,100 for the first time ever. The Nasdaq closed at its second record in a row, and the Dow had a solid session as well. Optimism about interest rates and the future of AI were big reasons why. Despite all that, it was a mixed week for the markets overall. The Dow actually finished in negative territory, but not by much. Meanwhile, on the road, General Motors is recalling around 820,000 pickup trucks in North America. Apparently, water could leak into the exterior tailgate switch, causing it to short circuit and open the tailgate unexpectedly. Trucks with power unlatching lift gates from the years 2020 to 2024 are affected. And regardless of what you drive, gas prices are accelerating as we head into the weekend. AAA says the national average cost for regular gas is now $3.33 a gallon. That's 7 cents more than last week and 18 cents higher than a month ago. That's business. I'm David Asman.
Well, millennials could become the richest generation ever by the year 2044. That's according to the Wealth Report by global property consultant Knight Frank. The research says the generation is expected to inherit roughly $90 trillion worth of assets over the next 20 years. Inherit. Now, there's an obvious catch. These millennials have to come from families with healthy financial portfolios to begin with. The report also says the number of people in the U.S. worth at least $30 million increased 4.3% last year compared to 2022.
Elon Musk is suing OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, from a breach of contract. Now, he says that the company behind the ChatGPT that he co-founded back in 2015 diverged from its original nonprofit mission. Musk filed his complaint Thursday in California state court. He says that OpenAI's $13 billion partnership with Microsoft violated its founding charter. Now, Musk is asking for the company and Altman, as well as CEO Greg Brockman, to pay back the profit they received from the business. Musk left OpenAI back in 2018.
Hollywood Nation now. Moana sequel keeps its voice star. A popular food and travel host will open a restaurant named after his parents and more.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with all the latest in today's Hollywood Nation.
I'm Rudy.
Mancuso tells his story, Rosenthal's next food adventure, and Cravallo makes an announcement in the Hollywood Nation. Auli'i Cravallo is returning to the fictional island of Motunui. The actor revealed on Instagram she will be back as the voice of Disney's Polynesian princess in Moana 2. The second film will follow Moana on a dangerous journey across the ocean. It arrives in theaters November 27th.
Wow, it's brain curry.
Phil Rosenthal will share his love of food with Los Angeles residents. The host of Netflix's food and travel series, Somebody Feed Phil, is opening his first restaurant this summer. It will be an old-school diner located in Larchmont Village called Max and Helen's, named after his parents. The world of Ray Donovan expands. The spin-off series, The Donovans, is coming to Paramount Plus later this year. Guy Ritchie will direct and executive produce the show, which is loosely based on Showtime's popular crime drama starring Liev Schreiber. And a first look at the upcoming rom-com Musica, featuring digital creator Rudy Mancuso and upgraded star Camila Mendez. The film marks Mancuso's feature writing, directing, and starring debut, which tells his own coming-of-age story as an artist battling synesthesia while balancing love, family, and his Brazilian culture in New Jersey. It will be available to stream on Prime Video April 4th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, the centerpiece in one of the most discussed scenes in TV history is for sale. It's the booth from the last scene in the Sopranos finale. It's where Tony and his family sat as the screen cut to black, ending the hit series in mystery. The booth is from Holstein's in Bloomfield, New Jersey, and the restaurant's renovating. The owner is auctioning it on eBay, starting at $50,000.
The constant wear and tear, especially since The Sopranos, is just, they've all been weakened and beaten down, and, you know, they're just can't be salvaged. I'm definitely going to be sad. It's been 17 years since it ran, and it was one of my favorite shows. So for me to have the final scene shot here was very just satisfying.
The auction set to end Monday, March 4th.
Well, we're getting a glimpse of Superman's new logo. Movie director James Gunn released a picture of the new suit while celebrating the first day of filming. Now he says that the action flick will simply be called Superman. Pretty fitting. David Cornsweet stars as Superman along with Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Nicholas Hoult also stars as villain Lex Luthor. Superman is set to release in July of 2025.
Logo looks the same. All right, well, the cherry blossom trees in D.C. are expected to bloom in a few weeks. Is that right? Yeah, one special tree, though, is used to predict when that will happen, apparently. It's called the indicator tree. The National Park Service says the tree tends to run about 2 weeks or so ahead of the rest of the Yoshino cherry trees. There's always one, right? Right now, it's in stage 3, which is an extension of florets.
Now, it's pretty interesting that there's really only one that shows the growth for all the others.
I'm ahead of the game here.
Exactly. Well, the rest of the trees mostly haven't reached stage 1 yet, but there are green buds on many of them. Using the indicator tree, the Park Service predicts that the trees will reach peak bloom between March 23rd and 26th. By the way, it's unknown why the indicator tree is ahead of the rest of the trees.
If trees could talk,
I know,
that would
what
be
would
my
they
first
say?
question. Why are you ahead of the rest?
Yeah.
It has a story.
What's going on?
It does. We might leave you stumped with the answer.
Oh, man.
I like that. Makes laughter right there.
Exactly. I'm trying to branch out my humor as much as I can.
Stop.
No, I will not stop. It's like the Punxsutawney Phil of trees, that's for sure.
Oh, man.
Showers in the early morning and then warmer next week, more rain later next week.
It's a fun
I'm out of
forecast.
tree puns, sorry.
Oh, well, we'll
Travis.
just leave you with that.
Have a great weekend.